Hello everyone. It's the day after Thanksgiving here, and after we finished that little scarf project from my mother, I said I was going to peek in my huge tote that's stored away that has yarns in it, things that are left from projects I've done and so on. And I found something here. I have no idea what it is. I remember making it, first of all, I remember making an afghan one time, and I still have it upstairs. I was going to give it to someone, I don't even remember who, and then they changed their color schemes, and it didn't work, so I still have it around. I'll have to give that away. At any rate, it was this variegated yarn, and I think I found the yarn on sale somewhere. All crocheters who go through a yarn section and find something they even halfway like on sale will usually weaken and buy a lot of it up. Okay, at any rate, I have two large skeins here of Red Heart variegated yarn, and I have a country rose of the same sort. This one is, what colors do they call this? Let me see if I can find it. Well, it's called Wedgwood, but this country rose is exactly the same as you can see right here if I put my fingers correctly. I'm just holding this camera for you today to try to get this country rose here. This one is just like that one. So I'm sure I was using this country rose yarn as a joining yarn, and I think I have a whole book of mile-a-minute patterns, and so I think what I was probably doing with what was left from that large afghan, and I usually make afghans larger than the patterns, but anyway, I think what I was doing was probably using this up in some sort of mile-a-minute pattern, and then I got distracted and never finished it. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these mile-a-minute strips here, and I'm trying to decide what they're 6 feet long. Plenty long enough for a scarf or something. And if I put any kind of an adjoining country rose stripe in between them, it'd be very wide. I usually don't buy, this is my own prejudice, I usually don't buy Red Heart yarns very often. I love them for some things, but I really like the very soft approaches that you get in some of the other yarns. But as I say, I buy them sometimes for some things. They're good. To my feel and my palette, everybody has their, that old saying, de gustibus non disputandum est. It's Latin, and it means about taste there can be no dispute. So it's kind of like that with yarns and textures and the feeling of things and the colors, If you like it, you like it, and someone next to you may not be quite as partial to it. So de gustibus non disputandum est. But I might try to figure out what to do with this. When you stand away from it, it's not bad. I don't kind of like it up close, but standing away from it, even if it were just joined like that, I don't know. Also, this particular pattern approach doesn't really do justice to a variegated yarn. And you know what I like better than the variegated yarns, which maybe are a little bit dated, are some of these new self-striping yarns. Oh, they are delicious. They are just so much fun. But at any rate, I thought I'd try to figure out something to do with this. Now I'll show you something else I found in my yarn box. And I have absolutely no remembering of this at all. Look at this. Now, this is looking on the screen here much more sort of blue, but it's actually completely purple, so I don't know quite what's happening there. I'm sure it's the lighting. But here we have 2 bowls of, it's a Lion brand yarn called Imogene, and it's a part mohair yarn. I'm going to just turn another light on here and see if this color will show up. It's showing up better, but it even looks variegated, and it's not at all. Now, here's the curious thing. I made something. I don't remember this. Well, I've got stuff in there that's from years and years back. But here, it's a triangle, and it's a very loose pattern. You can see that as I spread it out here on the table. It's very soft, very lovely. With mohair in it, it would be very warm. And you can see here, it's got little tails here on the end. So it's not a complete triangle. But here, look at that. And I have no idea what I was making. It's totally, I got distracted, I guess, with some other project. So what I think I'm going to do, because I do really like this yarn, I like the feel of it, and the color of it. I love purple. I just really love purple. So I think I will find the ends of it and simply unravel it. Roll it back into a couple of balls, and I don't know if there's a pattern on the back of this yarn piece or not. Let's have a look. It's for a scarf shawl, scarf/shawl. There's no picture of it, so I can't tell at a glance whether that's what I was doing or not. Here are the washing instructions, and so on and so on. It just takes let's see here. It takes a chain stitch, a double crochet, a single crochet. So that's easy enough, for sure. I mean, that would go quickly, is what I mean. I love some of the more complex patterns, but sometimes I like those that go so quickly. So, since I don't know what this was going to be, and there's no picture, well, there is a picture on the front. Let's see, there, can you see that picture? Yeah. Try to zero in here. Scarf-shawl. Well, whatever year this was, that must have appealed to me. So this is a self-discovery project as well as a crochet project. But what I'm going to do is simply unravel this, put it back on the skeins, and because it's just a scrumptious feel. Because it's so nice, I'm going to figure out something new to do with it, and then we'll have that project going. I don't even know how old this yarn would be. It could be, I won't even say how old. Okay, I'm going to stop here for now. I'm not going to dip back more into that yarn bin of my own until I figure out what to do with these. And who knows, one of them, either this one or this one, but I suspect this one may end up going back in that tote to sleep for a while again, unless I can come up with something really nifty. I kind of don't want to unravel this and redo this one because I'm not that crazy about it. This one is worth an Unravel and starting over on some good project. So, okay, I have a really dirty oven from the turkey yesterday, which splattered all over the oven. I have a really dirty oven to clean, so while I'd much rather sit here and crochet, I think I'd better go tackle my oven. See you tomorrow.